Hello and welcome to Center City, Philadelphia. I'm right by Independence Mall. I'm here to take the FlixBus to New York. Okay, so I shot this video back in 2023. Yes, my video backlog is that long. That being said, the FlixBus experience hasn't really changed much since then, so I think it still holds up. At the time that I filmed this, the Greyhound terminal in Philly, seen in my Peter Pan video, had recently closed in anticipation of a real estate development project that never came to be, involving a planned new arena for the 76ers in Center City. As a result, all intercity buses were picking up passengers on Market Street, near Independence Hall, as you're about to see in this video. Due to the issues caused by laying over buses in the middle of one of Philly's busiest streets, the intercity bus stop was moved to Delaware Avenue and Spring Garden Street, where the L stops in the middle of a highway next to a strip club. Truly a great introduction to Philly for any visitors from out of town. However, things have gone full circle, and last year was announced that in anticipation of the United States semi-quincentennial celebrations, the city will be renovating and reopening the old Greyhound terminal by May 1st, which is, holy shit, next week. So yeah, now you're caught up. The trip is scheduled to take 2 hours and was advertised at $19.99, but after fees came out to $23.98. This has served as the main bus stop for Philly, and it's a horrible mess. Nowhere to sit, no restrooms, no shelter from the rain or the cold, and we're off. We departed Philly 5 minutes late. There is a decent amount of legroom, a nice little leg rest, a reading lamp, and an open air vent. The seat is decently comfortable, but nothing special. So, a note about seat reservations. FlixBus has assigned seats, and you can pay extra if you want to choose a specific seat. In my opinion, this is highly unnecessary for a bus service, and it slows down the boarding process quite a bit because the driver has to make sure you know what seat you've been assigned. When I got to my assigned seat, someone else was already sitting in it, so I just sat in the empty row behind them. At one point, someone came up to the driver and complained that someone was sitting in their seat, and the driver said something to the effect of, "There's plenty of seats on the bus, sit wherever you want." The whole thing just feels like a big disorganized mess and just a way for FlixBus to squeeze extra money out of their riders, while also causing unnecessary confusion and slowing down the boarding operation, which ideally should be as quick as possible, given that it takes place on a busy city street and not in a proper terminal.
We'd be getting out the corner of 31st and 8th Avenue, the corner here.
Take care.
I hope they're not happy.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Take care. Have a good day.
You too. And we arrived 15 minutes late into New York, which isn't bad, but could be better. The bus stop in New York is right across the street from Penn Station, making it nice and convenient for getting elsewhere in the region. All in all, this is a pretty decent option to get between the two cities, but it's hard to recommend over other services. if you can get a good price for an Amtrak ticket, I highly recommend taking the train, as it's faster, more comfortable, and just all around a much nicer experience. If you do end up taking a bus, I would recommend the Chinatown Bus Company Wanda, because they have an indoor waiting room on both ends. Peter Pan at least uses a proper terminal facility on the New York end, and our bus tends to be cheaper. None of these are deal breakers, so I'm probably still going to end up on FlixBus at some point again, but it's still far from my first choice. Alright, I'm headed back to Flushing. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you hopefully soon for the next one in another video.